Here. They are all here. Let's go. Let's go on a journey. Let's go on a journey here. Oh, this is against ZvZ. Ooh. We've got a little bit of a subscriber battle here. Not a ZvT. Wow. Someone asked, this is a historic moment. I just wanted to let everyone know this is actually the first time in probably 420 analysis games that someone has requested a match that was not ZvT. So let's savor this, okay? Let's savor this. So we've got here for you ZvZ and Dutch Kid looking to better understand some ZvZ. The map is Lost and Found. This map, I think, it's medium sized, but it ends up being pretty good for playing defensively because you have these rocks, you have high ground here, and then you have these rocks to defend 3 to 4 bases. And then you have a bunch of little dead space areas here and blockers that allow you to defend stuff. So it's a pretty medium to small map, but with all the features and stuff, it ends up being pretty good for macro and up. Huge attacks, they can work a fair bit of the time. But we see here both players going for a similar respectful macro build. Hatch gas pool. Hatch gas pool, making the queens, making the drones. Cool. So queens here, Overlord sees a base. Great. Both players making some lings, and ZvZ drops the earlier Bane Nest. And we see Dutch Kid with the Bane Nest. Kind of a mirror style. The first big difference is Dutch Kid goes forward with his lings. Oh. Okay. And then a third base for ZvZ. Both players doing a good job with supply management. Ling Bane is very volatile though, can all be over in an instant. Okay, third base. Where is Dutch Kid's third base? Oh, he's going ham on the lings. Okay, so 20 Zerglings. With this sort of timing, I think the third base might be a little bit of a better target. And the reason for that is because if you force a fight here, the opponent gets creep, they get more vision, and they get their queen in the fight. Whereas if you fight here, they don't have any of those things. And you're taking a third base, which means if you get a cancel on this, then you're ahead in larva. So I think the idea for making Ling Bane and attacking at this time is good, but the place is not. I'm just imagining. I'm imagining these Banes controlling this area here, and these Lings all attacking this. Where's the Overlord? Oh, it's here. I like putting the Overlords one here. This is good. And then one here. So you can see this base, you can see this path, and this one. Okay. So yeah, that did not work at all. And we were kind of pressuring in the wrong place. See, stupid diamond. You're not stupid, you're just learning. Uh-oh, don't do that. Oh, you're typing. Don't type. Just focus on the task at hand. Just because they're a subscriber of the same meme stream that you are doesn't mean that you need to talk to them. You need to kill the shit out of them. That's just filling your role as the opponent. Okay, you've got lings on lings. That's cool. Doing some work. Be careful. Be careful. You want to take this gas when you have about 11 workers here. Keep droning. Don't be afraid to drone in this period. If you have active Banes and some lings, drones are still good. Because you do want to be able to have an economy to make roaches from this. Boom. Nice. Nice. Where did your lings go? Oh. I think counterattacking would have been better. Because this is just... It's really nasty defending a bunch of Banes and stuff with pure ling. So you're making more... No, stop making lings. Drones and roaches. We're in the drones and roaches stage. I think a really good move, if we could go back in time a little bit, whenever you're pressuring this base, let's say you did pressure the correct target, you pressure the third base instead of the natural. With your Ling Bane, you're droning really hard behind that. With 4 lings, you make 4 more lings here, and you morph them into Banes. I think that's a super powerful way to play the kind of ZvZ early mid type of game. And then you have tons of economy to power your Roach transition, right? Because this is not much of an economy. Another nice little reminder, you want to take your second gas when you have like 11 to 12 workers at the natural. And then you want to go up to 4 gases when you have 50 drones. You have 35. So this taking extractors too early cuts into your economy and you're kind of wounding yourself. You are ahead in supply, but some of that is... A lot of it is in roaches. So you did a lot of damage with the lings, which is good. Lots of that damage. So yeah, I think just from here making drones and roaches. Why is this one rallied to the natural? Just rally it here. You're in a good spot. Good spot here. Oh. This is not the correct choice. Do we have roach speed? It's almost done. Oh, you killed the queen. I would just retreat after that. Wow, he has a lot of roaches. Wow. Okay. Your roach speed is further along. Do you know what would be awesome here? Do you know what would be awesome? Look at this game state right here. Hang on, let me wait a second. Look at this game state. Dutch Kid has this much gas and he's supply blocked. Can someone tell me some investment that he could make, since he has faster roach speed than the opponent, that would diversify his portfolio here and give him a more dangerous set of threats to deal with, that would spend his money without requiring supply? Without requiring supply. Burrow. Okay, that's 1. Burrow. Ravagers take 1 supply each. He can only make 2. Burrow. And... It's a quiz. There you go, Dutch Kid. Burrow and Tunneling Claws. Never use it? Well, that's why you're not in Masters 1, my friend. Burrow and Tunneling Claws is a really awesome transition to make in ZvZ, especially when you just get caught a little bit off guard with your supply block, and you already have roach speed and a lair. Well, you have to have a lair to have roach speed. I think it's a much stronger choice than going for 4 Ravagers. Which is scarier? Let's pose the question. Which is scarier? Having 2 or 3 of your overlords sniped by Ravager Biles, or having 4 roaches pop up in your main base, 3 roaches pop up in your natural base, and a big roach push going for your 4th base? I would probably say option 2. Burrow and the tunnely roaches is way scarier to deal with. It is a massive pain. You don't even really have to do too much with them. The basic procedure for it would be to box like this many, just box micro this, and then steal it to a different hotkey, kind of like this group here. And then just send 3 to 4 into a couple bases. The reason that's a good number is that's enough to one-shot workers. You can also snipe the queen in the base. It's just a really good transition. But you need some transition, right? You're going for lurkers, which is fine. That's fine. That's not bad. I think you can still go for lurkers. Like, you still have the money for burrow and tunneling claws. If I had $1 for every time a Zerg player skips an overseer in the entire match in ZvZ, I would probably be able to take you all out for drinks and get you really expensive imported beer. Just to give you a reference. Okay, so this is the kind of icky standoff that you get in ZvZ, where both players have just a ton of Roach Ravager, and it's kind of like, alright, who wants to go in and take a bad trade? Dutch Kid's army is going to be a little bit more diverse, but lurkers aren't super good going in and attacking. They're better at sieging a location on the map, like sieging a base. Because the Roach Ravager can just bile and run away. And you can't really get the person to voluntarily die to your army. Your Ravager count is very high. Oh, did you do a Bane run by? That's funny. That's funny. So he's going lurkers too. Boom! 6 roaches in the main. Disaster strikes. Play some tunnely roaches, it's good. You should kill this if you plan to attack up. Why is no one attacking the other person's 4th base? Wow, Dutch Kid is so ahead. Alright, how does he throw? This is the fun question. How does he throw? Maybe he attacks into lurkers. That would be amusing. Wow, and he kills the 4th base. Oh my god. Just whatever you do, just don't throw. Just don't throw the game. From this position, I would say get Hive, get more upgrades. You could increase your Hydra count some. Oy, oy, oy. Why are you not producing units? What are you making? Okay. 10 roaches. Oh, the injects fell off entirely. Ah, crap. Yeah, that takes a bit of practice. When you think about taking an objective, say when you killed the 4th base, instantly move to injector bases. Because you got your objective, right? And you can retreat with your army, and that's a little safe window when you can get on top of your macro cycle. Because you got so ahead, but you just stopped injecting entirely. And Hydra Lurker isn't super larva intensive, but it does still take some. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was... Yep, that was a disaster. Don't be afraid to queue up injects either. This is something that some people are kind of hesitant to do, but it's not that bad. Ultra Transition here is garbage, just so you know. But just inject a base, dump the energy, and what else is the queen gonna do? You aren't really spreading creep anyway, so just inject this base a whole bunch, and then you can focus more on your army and not make big mistakes. Because if I'm looking at this game from the position where you killed the 4th, that seemed like you just won the game. Because the opponent's going to be mining out, and all you have to do is go home and defend this location. Defend your 3rd to 4th base area. Get a couple more upgrades, get to Hive, maybe get Vipers if you want to be fancy. But you can also just increase your Hydra Lurker count and make fewer roaches over time. And you get a tougher and tougher army. That's about it, and inject. But yep, now you're dead. Now you're dead. Yep, now we get to just try to hang on for dear life. Hang on. Oh boy. GG rip. Cool. What counters ultras as Zerg? Well, what are we talking about here? Because the Dutch Kid dropped an Ultra Cavern. And that was an Ultra Cavern that was placed without any melee upgrades. which is bad. But if you've been going for something like Ling Bane, maybe you went melee, maybe you went mutas, and then you go hive, and if you had 2/2 and you make ultras, those are good in ZvZ. Upgraded ultras are good. But unupgraded ultras, if you've been going like ranged 1, ranged 2, it's just garbage. They're really easy to focus down, they're slow. Roach Hydra can kite them, kinda. Ultras are good against Lurker. Yeah, kind of. Like I'm saying, if you've been gearing up your melee upgrades over the course of the game, then the Ultra transition is pretty strong. Cool.